Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night's Energy Healing with me, Moore Yovington of Essence of You. I am an energy healer and coach, helping support people throughout these crazy times on our planet, and hoping to help you tonight with a few maybe new things that you haven't tried or experienced before. So I chose this topic today because it seems like a lot of people are kind of stuck in the way they identify themselves. And the way we identify ourselves is really, truly limiting. So, if this is something that you want to dive into with me, you're welcome to hop on board the train because we're going to kind of dive in. And if you are here, I would love to say hi to you. And if you're here, you can share where you're from and just say hi and that you're watching. And I won't feel like I'm just talking to myself. But even if I am, that's fine. Anyways, so I hope you're doing great tonight. It is Monday night. And it's been a crazy few weeks for me. I was super lucky to have my family visiting from Israel, and then all this crazy stuff was happening in Israel, and it actually tore this big in my reality because I was experiencing a lot of different emotions. I live right now in Portland, Oregon, and there's been a lot of just different backlash from different people. And I've always felt that no matter where I'm from, no matter what the color of my skin is, we're all people. We're all connected and we all love each other. And so even though I'm Israeli and I'm from Jewish, and I'm Jewish, not from Jewish, I'm Israeli and I'm Jewish, I don't think that makes me better or worse than anybody else. And it's all about who we are inside. And I believe most people on our planet want to be together and want to be in peace and want to be in unity, no matter what our color, shape, form, religion, identity is. But the main thing that separates us is how we identify ourselves. And we tend to stick to these identifications and then separate ourselves from everybody else, as well as cut parts of ourselves off in order to go with this identity, right? And so I have to tell you that so let's just start this. So just take a deep breath in and let it all go. And settle into your body and let all the day kind of drift off your shoulders and kind of drift away, and take another breath in and let it go. And so just ask yourself for a second, how do I identify myself? What is my identity? And just connect to that emotion. Now, check in with your body and ask how limiting and how much of you, the infinite being, is limited by this identification that you have. And identification can be a mom, a sister, a brother, black, white, purple, right? Male, female, whatever identifies you. And then go a little deeper. Does that really identify you? Or are you a lot more than that? Are you bigger than that? Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes. Shut your brain and just connect for a minute with your body. And get a sense of how your identity is limiting your body. 20%, 50%, 75%. So everything that is, would you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, POD and POC, online, share, boys and beyonds. That is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. You can check more out at theclearingstatement.com. It will explain what it is. All you have to know, it's magic energy wand. It clears beliefs that we hold in our body for millions of years with energy. So if you're feeling a little lighter in the end of this session, it's because we're using these tools. Okay? So get a sense of how much your identity is actually cutting parts of you off. And now get a sense of, if you didn't have this identity, if you weren't identifying yourself as this, how much more ease and space would you have? Now, how much, so get the sense of that. So everything that is, would you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes? You say yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, POD and POC, online, share, boys and beyonds. Now, how much of how you identify yourself separates you and cuts you away from receiving everything this world has to offer you? So get a sense of how much you're cutting off from receiving in order to maintain this identity. So everything that is and everything that's bringing up, would you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, POD and POC, online, share, boys and beyonds. And now, how much energy is your body using daily to maintain this identity? And the thing is that because we don't identify just as one thing, and because we're such amazing, miraculous, infinite beings, our body is going like, dude, like your body's knocking on the door. Stop identifying me like this, right? You're closing me in this box and I don't want to be in a box. And what does your body do? It starts hurting. It starts sending signals. It starts waking you up at night. It starts creating all these different things, telling you, like pinging you, like, hey, you're not listening. So everywhere you've ignored your body in order to maintain this identity that you have, in order to maintain this idea that if you don't hold on to this identity, you will lose who you are. So everything that is, would you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, POD and POC, online, share, boys and beyonds. Because truly, if you disconnect yourself from the idea of identity and the idea of identifying in a certain way, how much more ease and space will you and your body and your life have? And how much less judgment you would have on yourself? And how much less judgment will you have of others? And when you cut off that judgment, how many less fears would you live with? See, we're living in this reality that tells us you need to be this, you need to do that, you need to act this way, you need to look that way. And in reality, we are just here to have fun. In reality, we're just here to enjoy life to the fullest, to be together with the people that we love, the people that make us happy, and not to be separated from everybody, not to be alone, not to be cut off using these identifications of this and that that's been using to separate us for decades. Are you ready to stop the separation? Are you ready to be united again with people that love you, the people that support you? And are you ready to be aware again? Are you ready to have total awareness and no judgment? So everything that doesn't allow that, would you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, Panpak online, short boys and beyonds. So I invite you to play with this week. I want you to notice when you're seeing things that kind of ping you, right? If you're turning on the news and something is like, or if you're walking, in the street and you hear a conversation and you feel like it's kind of rattling you. If you're around people that have different views than you and that do different things with their bodies, right? Just get the sense, just get the awareness in your body and see how you react to it, right? Like a lot of times we'll hear something and immediately our body like tenses up because we have to fight against it. We have to fight for it. We have to, show our opinion and we have to be right. We have to be right. But what if you didn't have to be right anymore in order to maintain this identity? What if it didn't really matter? What if it didn't really matter? What if you didn't have to fight anymore? So if that gives you any sense of peace and ease, would you now destroy and uncreate everywhere that you're reacting to anybody that doesn't identify as you do? So everything that doesn't allow that, would you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, Panpak all 9 short boys and beyond. And the last point here is that the thing is that beyond separating you and cutting you off from others and from yourselves and from parts of yourself, it also takes over your livelihood. And is that worth it? What if you were just you? Just you. What if you could be you? And you didn't have to be anything else or anybody else. And you could be in your true essence. No judgment. And if you have a bad day, you have a bad day. And if you have a good day, you have a good day. What if nothing else matters? Because you are here because you are a gift to this world. And when you identify as something else than you and the gift that you are, you take away our opportunity to change this reality. So everything that doesn't allow you to shine as you, would you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, Panpak all 9 short boys and beyonds. And since we're talking about being you, yesterday was Being You Day. And that was the first Being You Day ever. So you should totally check it out at Being You, I think you hashtag Being You Day or something like that. It's really amazing because Access Consciousness, Dane and Gary, the founders, got it to be a Be You Day. So what can you do today to just be you, to just be your essence, to just speak your truth or not, and just have fun with it? So everything that doesn't allow that, would you just try and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, Panpak online, short boys and beyonds. Because, I have to tell you, and this is going to be maybe vulnerable, but this week with everything going on in Israel, which actually there's a ceasefire right now, but being away and living in Portland and throughout this summer, with all the riots going on downtown here, I don't know if you're aware, but so many riots and, a lot of Black Lives Matter support and movements. And I definitely support all people. I support Black people, right? And the same movement I was supporting was marching in the streets of Portland against, saying that Israel should cease from existing and that Jews shouldn't be alive and not allowed to live in Israel. And I was really having this confusion with myself. Where is this? Where do I find myself now, right? These people that I identified with suddenly are targeting me. And it was very kind of confusing. And I had to do a lot of, thinking about how much of this identifying thing is really limiting us. And a lot of my friends, Jews in Portland and Israelis, were reaching out and we were discussing it and talking about it. And it was a big deal because there's a lot of Jews right now that are really scared to be out in the world. And they feel like they need to hide their identity, and they feel like that they are in danger, and that they shouldn't speak out or show that they're different. And shouldn't we be past all that? I just feel like that's another rev separating us. So what can you do today to stop the separation? What can you do today to change that? So everything that doesn't allow that, would you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong. Bad Pan Pack Online Troopers and Mians. Oh my gosh, you're here. Hi. I was actually late today. Thank you for being here. That makes me so happy, and thanks for watching. And if it was a contribution in any way, please share, so we can beat the algorithm. You know how it works. So if you could share and spread some love or comments, I appreciate all of it. I appreciate you for taking the time and being here with me. And I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you. And just know that you're not alone, and that things are getting better. And it's just the more we shine through this light, through the darkness, the more we shine our light through the darkness, the less darkness we're going to have. I love you so much. Oh, Marissa, it's so good to see you. I'm so happy you're here. I love you, love you, love you. Have a wonderful week. Keep on shining, and I'll see you next week. Bye.